the cat that slips through the night. Always on the prowl, never in sight.
It's been 5 long years since I saw you, Eva. Tonight your life will take another unexpected turn. Only this time, we'll go through it together.
Strange. That door was locked. Mother's necklace.
Mademoiselle, I confess I am confused.
I'm sure my name is there. Will you check again?
I wrote down this list myself, and I... Eva can't. Oh, pardon me. You are here, Mademoiselle Kant. Please. Does this look like my handwriting?
Absolutely. But how would I know?
Allow me to say, mademoiselle, that necklace would look stunning on you.
You're right, it would. Because it is mine.
I'm sure you are mistaken. It has been in my family for years.
Yes, 5 years. Since it was stolen from my house. That's my mother's necklace! And her mother's before her. Where did you get it? And how did you...
I am so sorry you had to see this, ladies and gentlemen.
If you had anything to do with destroying my family, I'll find out!
Again.
All right. Thank you so very much for the escort. I'll take it from here.
Let me handle this. Hey, you! We've got some business to discuss.
Out of my way!
Get in.
I don't take rides from strangers.
We aren't strangers, Eva. Don't worry. She can't get to you as long as you're with me.
Well, how do you know? You have to be the one who planted that invitation in my car.
I thought you might be interested in where your necklace ended up after all these years.
I've seen you before. The night my father disappeared, you were there.
Get him! Let go! Let go! Eva, call the cops!
Who are you? What are you?
What am I? Just a man. Who am I? My name is Diabolik.
Diabolik?
I was there that night, yes. But I had nothing to do with what happened to your father. You didn't come to the trial.
No, I couldn't face it. I ran away. For 5 years I've kept running.
And I spent those same 5 years locked in a cell.
If you did away with my father, you deserved it!
Locked in a cell for a crime I never committed. A crime I tried to stop! I was a thief, Eva. I was casing the house, planning how I'd break in. Then, I saw you.
Hors d'oeuvres, sir?
I was always alone, always cautious. My victims were faceless corporations. Then, there you were. It was different. These were your possessions I'd been ordered to steal. In fact, a whole way of life I'd been sent to destroy.
Sent? By whom?
My family. King, my father, and my brother, Dane. The man who has your necklace.
Him?
They wanted to extort a controlling partnership in the Kant shipping organization. Your father refused to go along. My father ordered me to make him pay, to take everything he valued, burn it all in front of him, forcing him to watch.
And then eliminate him?
Yes, that was Dane's order. I refused to cross that line. I was a thief, not an assassin. That refusal was what Dane had been waiting years for. He called it an act of disrespect for my father, a betrayal of the family that had given me everything. My brother wanted me removed permanently, but King only gave his permission for Dane to carry out the job himself, and see that I got blamed for it.
Why? Why are you telling me all this? Do you want me to forgive you?
No. I want you to help me go against Dane. I want you to help me get your necklace back.
Steal it?
It's not stealing, it's yours. Eva, your family, you're the reason for the only right thing I've ever done. Help me.
Very original. Exactly how Louis XIV would have decorated a hardware store.
Sorry. If you'd lived in an 8-foot square cell for 5 years, you'd have trouble decorating the place, too.
What is it?
The caper. Just after midnight. 6 more hours of darkness. That gives me all of 4 hours to turn you into a thief.
Funny. Most people just keep their contacts in a little plastic thing in the bathroom.
They are optographic lenses. They store micro-images when I blink. Scanned back, they project whatever I saw onto this holograph of the tower.
Is there anything you haven't arranged for?
Actually, no. Looks like a perfect fit. One more time. Tell me the plan.
Okay. We only take what we can carry in a sling bag. All the tool surfaces are fingerprint-proof, so we can safely leave all this hardware behind when we carry out the jewels. The 2 locks have to be keyed simultaneously.
Which are separated by 15 feet. That is why it takes 2 of us. If we trip an alarm, we have 10 seconds before these boxes fill the room with knockout gas.
Gas? You didn't say anything about gas.
Yes, I did, Eva. You have to remember, there's no room for mistakes.
The masks. We'll have 30 seconds? 30 seconds before the guards break the lockout seal we've installed on the doors.
Right. Now, any questions?
Lockpicks, laser refractor, night vision goggles. I think I understand it all. I'm ready.
So am I. Back where it belongs.
Thank you.
You may not feel so warmly disposed to me in a moment.
Why?
Dane will know you've helped me. He'll want his revenge. And Ginko, the policeman, he'll be after you too. Your life is changed, Eva. Forever.
I know that.
I can help you. Change your name, your identity, get you out of Paris, disappear.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Diabolik, let me ask you a question. What's in the future for you?
I'm going to keep Dane and the Brotherhood from ruining anybody else's life.
You'll go after him again?
And again, and again, and again, until he's finished.
Do you think you can do it alone?
Well, I thought I could.
I'm coming with you.
It's a tedious, lonely existence. No friends, no family, hunted like an animal. Nobody you can trust.
Except you. As you can trust me.
I stayed another 2 weeks, until I was well enough to return to King's Island. From that moment on, I've owed Rana the ultimate. My life. I've been monitoring a dead drop in Montmartre, a place where she could always leave a message. There was never anything. Until now. Rana's called in the marker.
I have to go.
That would be fine. If she were still just a courier for the African Syndicate, instead of its head.
Eva, she saved my life. She defended me from Dane. You don't understand what...
You're right, I don't. She's a member of the Brotherhood.
Don't you think I know that?
Then really, logically, how can you consider going anywhere near her?
I pay my debts.
D. This could be dangerous.
I know. That's why I don't want you to go.
But...
It's my problem, not yours. If there's a risk, I'll take it. Not you.
But why?
Because that's who I am.
You know, I read up on your Queen Metepsut on the way down here.
Didn't they have a movie on the plane?
No. Apparently, Metepsut attracted the attention of 3 suitors, kings from surrounding countries.
Uh-huh.
She betrayed them, took their treasures, and left them out in the desert with...
Nothing.
Right. She had a lot in common with your friend Rana.
Okay. I admit it. You were right. And I was...
Yes.
I was,
Yes, D. I'm waiting.
I was just about to tell you how lovely you look today.
That's good enough. For now. Anything special about it?
I've seen it on at least 2 other Brotherhood operatives in the last year. I want to know what the connection is.
Holographic image is an icon of Hilton Academy, Scotland. Please view display for graphic.
Interesting thing about Hilton Academy.
Which is?
Dane went there.
Now!
This technique's not bad. Congratulations!
For what? Oh, you're the one who applauded.
Your parents must be very proud.
If I had any parents, I'd ask. Mind your own business, all right?
Philip, that little conference I mentioned?
He's a pickpocket, and also very rude. There's something interesting going on here.
Yes, and there's something equally interesting going on there. That's proof of a Brotherhood connection. Where Naomi goes, Dane can't be far behind.
She looks impatient.
Probably late for a claw-sharpening appointment.
All right, you keep tabs on her.
Me? Well, what are you gonna do?
There's something about that boy and this whole setup that I want to know more about.
Diabolik, you're all right. You only swallowed half the lock.
How did you find me?
Your communicator was making these awful soggy squawks. Hard to listen to. Easy to trace.
Any sign of McHugh and the boy?
I followed Naomi to the airport. She purchased tickets on the 2 o'clock flight to London. Any idea what for?
The Gem Tower on the Thames.
Yeah, mister! I thought I heard there was a robbery up there!
I wouldn't know anything about it. Taxi! Sir, I have reason to believe you are in possession of stolen property. Me? Impossible. Do you have any idea who I am?
There's ample time to find that out later, sir. Mind turning out your pockets?
But this is absurd!
Diabolik.
Take this address. They'll help you find a place to live. To get back into school. A proper school this time.
And soon, I suppose, a job.
I think you've discovered there are harder ways to make a living. McHugh and his boss, Dane, they didn't care about you. They'd have used you up, then dumped you out like an old rag.
I realize that.
Do you? It took me 5 years behind bars before I knew it for sure.
I understand.
Good. So it's up to you to choose your own way in life. Just know, if you pick the wrong one, and I run across you in a situation like this, we won't part on such friendly terms.
Since I won't see you again, I'll just have to pay you back now. Thanks! Thanks for understanding!
He won't be the last Dane will go after.
No, he won't. But you can't save them all.
Let's go.
According to unofficial sources, the evidence of corruption against Inspector Ginko includes hidden bank accounts, luxury properties purchased under assumed names, photos taken in the company of known underworld figures, and...
A perfect paper trail.
Too perfect.
Oh, you have to see the crimes they're nailing him with.
No, I don't. I know Ginko, and Ginko didn't do them.
You? You're defending Ginko.
No. With Ginko behind bars, I've got one less thing to worry about.
But,
Eva, think about it. We know Ginko's incorruptible.
so he's being framed?
Right. Ginko's made a lot of enemies in his career. We could probably start a club.
Well, you and I both know there's only one club big enough to pull something like this off.
The Brotherhood.
Oh, well. We're going to have to check this out, aren't we?
The museums are closed. Nothing new at the theater. I definitely want to check this out. All right, let's put a stop to that. Dane must be close by. Give it up, Cynthia!
Naomi, inform the Brotherhood. Our new era of dominance has begun. Diabolik? No. You are not going to do this to me.
Dane, no! Not here!
Goodbye, Cynthia. I'll bet they're warming up Ginko's old cell for you already.
How did you know it was Cynthia?
I didn't. But as soon as I realized that Jurgens started to find evidence against Ginko, right after he was put in charge of Mastermind, I knew it had to be more than a coincidence. And that's why Ginko was being framed.
But why that night? I mean, Cynthia could have altered Mastermind at any time.
I figured the back door to feed Dane the secret information had to be installed right before they went online. Otherwise, diagnostic tests could have discovered the tap.
So, whoever the operative was...
Absolutely had to strike that night.
Well, thanks to us, Ginko's back at his old job. Chasing us. A little ironic, isn't it?
Ironic.
and a never-ending problem.
Oh, come on. You'd miss him if he were gone.
I suppose we're destined to be the best of enemies.
The special lens on the micro camera picked up the X-ray images. It's Hernan. He's the top scorer on the team Mickey's betting against.
Their best hope to get a win. I'm positive there's nothing on any of these shots that show an injury.
If she knew he was injured, Mickey'd be smart to bet against his team. But since he's not, it doesn't make sense.
I've got a pretty sensible idea. Time we paid Hernan a visit. Hernan, we need to talk to you.
No! Haven't you tortured me enough? I'm doing what you said!
You don't understand, Hernan.
We're the good guys.
Bandera's men came to me. They wanted to pay me off. Wanted me to play badly so we'd lose. Me, a champion, lose on purpose? I told them to get lost. They threatened me. My family. I was desperate. I was going to announce right before the game that my ankle, that it was fractured, so I couldn't play. Then maybe they'd leave me alone. My old friend, Dr. Dabens, he agreed to help, to take x-rays, then to fake evidence of the break.
But Mickey stole the real x-rays before Dabens could alter them.
Yes, she could prove I was uninjured. After the theft, my friend Dabens refused to risk redoing them. I had no excuse. Now I have to play. And I have to throw the game.
But why? Can't you just tell the world the truth about what happened?
No. Now they have my family.
Looks like trouble. Brazil and Ecuador tied in the International Soccer Championship, the Super Bowl of soccer, with less than a minute to play, and the great Hernan has been totally ineffective. Still, he continues to monopolize the ball on offense. What a stunning development!
One more minute. He loses the ball in front of his own goal. The other team scores, and our millions are assured.
What is he doing?
Oh, it's just for show. He'll give it up when he's supposed to. He has to.
If you believe that, you are crazier than I am.
Go, Hernan, go!
I don't believe it.
Believe it. I thought you said Hernan's family was on ice.
When I left the temple, they were.
Then who's sitting in their seats?
Diabolik.
He's done it to us again!
Can you imagine 100,000 people chanting your name?
My dear, that kind of publicity I don't want or need.
You've been at that for over 12 hours. Dee, get some rest.
I can't.
But you really should just...
Eva, please. I can't.
Well, you don't have to yell at me.
I'm sorry. I'm close to something big, and...
2 weeks ago, Mickey Mackenzie's secretly held trust gained control of Cantrex Industries.
Cantrex makes a lot of things.
Like what?
Explosives.
10 days later, a second Mackenzie trust, using a blind holding company, bought BCI, a diversified environmental restoration company in Seattle.
Well, at least she's got a social conscience.
Conscience? No. There's nothing there beyond naked greed.
Well then, why BCI?
Of course. They clean up oil spills. See the pattern? That forest fire in Oregon 4 years ago.
Arson. One of Mickey's companies lost 50,000 acres of timber. Well, she made a killing in the insurance.
Check. A double killing. Another one of her companies got millions renting the water-dropping planes that put the fire out.
And the police never caught on?
Ginko might have got wind of it, if he were smart enough to stop wasting time chasing me.
Immediately after assuming control, Mackenzie ordered BCI's main fleet of cleanup ships to a staging area in the port of Aberdeen, Scotland.
Scotland is Dane's territory. They're working together. BCI's fleet orders come from Aberdeen. There are 50 oil fields within 200 miles. That's where we'll find out what Mickey and Dane are up to.
Intruder alert! My sector, intruder alert! Stop, or we'll shoot!
This way, it's a dead end. Put your hands up. I gotcha.
Diabolik.
Hold it right there, dearie.
My watch. Reset button. Left side of the case.
Shoot, I broke my nail.
Doing what?
Ow! That hurts.
You'll face worse, dearie, soon as they reach the boss and I get my orders.
Stop calling me dearie. It's incredibly irritating.
Sure, dearie.
Did you know you move your lips when you read? Excuse me? I know we got off on rather the wrong foot, but...
I find I seldom get along with burglars, even the ones who dress the part so nicely.
Oh, yes, but... Well, could you do me a favor? You see, I've got this awful itch. Oh, I know you can't let me loose.
No, dearie. I couldn't do that.
Still. Scratch it for me. Please.
Where?
Oh, yes. Just a bit below.
Here! Better have an explanation for this, Mickey. The money. Where's the money?
I don't know, Mickey. Double-crossing Dane. Most life insurance companies wouldn't recommend it.
What double cross? He still gets his 50 million. When the bomb goes off...
What is
Oh,
this?
it was a technical malfunction. Stuff happens, right?
No, it's a trick. Somebody's trying to frame me. It's Diabolik.
Yeah, but you think Dane will believe you?
Oh, please. The guy's in love with me.
You do enjoy toying with them, don't you?
Almost as much as I enjoy taking their money.
In the old days, you'd have kept it, right?
Kept it? I would have kissed every single bill.